Welcome. This is RFC Diaspora, where we discuss with our brothers and sisters living abroad how to live such a way that they have great faith, good family, better finances, and living fit all their lifetime. So this is based on what I call faith, family, finance, and fitness. So you're welcome. And don't forget to subscribe. We want you to subscribe to this, and then we can together share this good thing around with other people. So please subscribe. It will be beautiful for all of us to read this and listen to it and get effect coming out of it. So subscribe and share. Thank you. All right. Let's talk about today. What do we have today for you living in diaspora? How do you live your life? Now, if you notice here in where you're coming from, Nigeria and African continent, a lot of time merit doesn't work. It's who you know, who you can talk to, who you can contact, you can jump the queue, do all kinds of things. And so when you live abroad, something is important, and that is merit. Merit. That's where I wrote it. Merit. That's important. Merit. What is merit? We'll find out in a minute. Merit matters most. You can even call it, that place over there is run by meritocracy. The government of the merit. Let's look at what merit is. Take a look at this. What is merit? Merit is character or conduct deserving reward, honor, or esteem. I take it again. Character or conduct deserving reward, honor, or esteem. So over there, your conduct matters, your character matters. And what you do can either deserve honor or shame, can deserve honor or esteem, or reward. If you do the wrong thing, you'll be rewarded in the bad way. If you do good things, you'll be rewarded in the good way. You can see the reward system they are working. That is not fully perfect, but it's more than average. Unlike here, that's why maybe some of you even left in the first place, you just can't see the adequate reward system working for you. So we are talking about merit. And I want you to know that you can rise over there if you're really to cooperate to bring forth right character and conduct that will deserve reward, honor, and esteem. I want to talk about, people that have been before you in diaspora. In the Bible, we have people that have been in diaspora. Joseph was in diaspora. He was away from Canaan. And so was the father of Joseph himself. Jacob left his father's land, Canaan land, went to the uncle Laban, far away, somewhere else. And also Moses left, Egypt, where he was born, went to Midian. And then you can see Daniel in Babylon. You can see them different places around the world. You can see also Esther, the 3 Hebrew boys. And I want us to look at merit as a very vital tool to make progress. Merit is something of character and conduct, and wonderful. It depends on you. It doesn't depend on the environment or luck or chance. It's something you can do yourself. It's a matter of character or conduct that can bring reward, honor, or esteem. So we're going to see this in the life of Esther, who started to work on this level of merit. If you remember that she was in Susan, in a town during the Medo-Persia Empire, and she was an orphan. She was staying with her uncle Mordecai, and something happened in the land that time. The queen messed up character or conduct, and she deserved to be punished, and they removed her. And then the king now began to look for who will replace Queen Vashti. And then they went on a search. Let's read it. We start with the story of the uncle of Esther that was involved with this merit thing. Let's go to chapter 2 of the book of Esther. We'll read from there. Let's just read it. Let's go to verse 5. Or what verse is? Yeah, verse 5. Let's go. He said, at that time, there was a Jewish man in the fortress of Susa, whose name was Mordecai, son of Jair. He was from the tribe of Benjamin and was a descendant of Kish and Shimei. His family had been among those who, with King Jehoiakim of Judah, had been exiled from Jerusalem to Babylon by King Nebuchadnezzar. This man had a very beautiful and lovely young cousin, Adasha, who was also called Esther. When her father and mother died, Mordecai adopted her into his family and raised her as his own daughter. As a result of the king's decree, Esther, along with another young woman, was brought to the king's harem at the fortress of Susa and placed in Haggai's care. Now, take a look at that. Take a look at that. A chance transported right into the palace. What will she do? They are looking for a beautiful king for the king. What will she do? Will merit work here? Let's read further. Ready? In verse 9, Haggai was very impressed with Esther and treated her kindly. He quickly ordered his special menu for her and provided her with beauty treatment. He also assigned her 7 maids specially chosen from the king's palace, and he moved her and her maids into the best place in the harem. Esther had not told anyone of her nationality, family background, because Mordecai directed her not to do so. Every day, Mordecai would take a walk near the courtyard of the harem to find out about Esther and what was happening to her. Now, listen to this very carefully. You may say, oh, Esther was favored. So you too, you have the favor of God upon you. You are the seed of Abraham. You have the blessing of Abraham, and favor will follow you wherever you go. And favor will open the door for you, but favor cannot keep you there. That's where I'm going. Merit will keep you there. Yeah, I can open the door for you, but what you do with behind the door will let you either come in or stay. Remember, Queen Vashti was removed because of her character and her conduct. So Esther, favor of God came upon her and she got in there. But you know what? She was given favor, but she knew how to make use of it quite well. She applied merit. She did what was deserving of reward, honor, and esteem. Can we read further? It says this. Every day Mordecai would take a walk near the courtyard of Harem to find out about Esther and what was happening to her. Before each young woman was taken to the king's bed, she was given the prescribed 12 months of beauty treatment, 6 months with oil myrrh, followed by 6 months with special perfumes and ointment. When it was a time to go to the king's palace, she was given a choice of whatever clothing or jewelry she wanted to take from the harem. Now listen, that evening she was taken to the king's private rooms. The next morning she was brought to the second harem, where the king's wives lived. There she would be under the care of Saasgaz, the king's eunuch in charge of the concubine. She would never go to the king's again until President Jodah requested her by name. Now listen to this. Listen to this. I love this. Esther was daughter of Abihail, who was Mordecai's uncle. Mordecai had adopted his younger cousin Esther. When it was Esther's turn to go to the king, she accepted the advice of Hegai, the eunuch in charge of the harem. She asked for nothing except what suggested, and she was admired by everyone who saw her. Wonderful. See her behavior there. What is merit? You look for the greatest thing to be done over there. How do you make the best impact? What do? You see, wherever you are right now, in that place, outside the shore of this country or outside of Africa, wherever you are right now, what is the best conduct there? What's the best character there? Now, walk yourself toward that. Don't just do whatever you like. You should agree with what is right over there and do it right and do it well. When you do that, it makes all the difference in the world. It makes all the difference in the world. You see, Esther applied merit. She said to herself, I will not do anything that was suggested to me. She knew that that man that was in charge knew what was the best there to be used. The man had been there for work for years. Don't just come over there and come with your own strong-headedness and say you're going to push your way through by yourself. No. Find out what's good over there and do it well. That will recommend you for esteem, for honor, and for great reward. Don't forget that in whatever you do. Merit. Merit is important where you are. Unlike here where you can call your uncle to help you take the thing out, here you have to prove yourself where you are right now. You have to prove yourself by your character and your conduct. Like Joseph did. Joseph made all he did to prosper. And he was lifted up. Potiphar put him on top of the league because he played the game well. It was not, rigged. Rigging is African contest language. You're gonna have to work at it and make it done. If you do your work well, and you do things that are meritorious, you will be promoted, you'll be lifted up. That's where God comes in. Trusting God, believing Him to help you wherever you are right now, and do your best, put in your best character and conduct, and expect to see great reward and the blessing of God. Let me close with chapter 3, Colossians, verse 23, that talks about this more. I want to close with that. That is in New Living Translation. It's talking about slaves then that were under, just like today, wherever you find yourself, you're under somebody. It says, slaves, obey your earthly masters in everything you do. Try to please them in all the time, not just what they are, not just when they are watching you. Serve them sincerely because of your reverent fear of the Lord. Now look at 23. Work willingly at whatever you do, as though you are working for the Lord rather than for people. Remember that the Lord will give you an inheritance as your reward, that the masters you are serving is Christ. But if you do what is wrong, you pay back for the wrong you have done, for God has no favorite. Wow, interesting. Did you hear that? That's just it. Thank you for listening.